Good evening, students. Today we'll be learning this notice writing. Alright, what is a notice? Notice is basically an information which is passed to the masses. It can be the student or any people, so that they are aware of the information, that they receive the information. So basically you can also call a notice as a formal communication between two parties, so that the other party, the receiver, will be aware of the information relating to any subject or any content. Anyway, notice writing is usually an announcement that is about to happen or has already taken place. So the purpose of it, like I said, is to inform the person concerned so that they are aware of the information. Usually you will see notices in the school where information are passed to the students and parents, right? Anyway, in notice writing, there are particular points which you have to remember. The points are, there are some few points you have to remember. You have to remember the format of it. So I'll be going one by one. First, you have to make, while writing a notice, you have to make an outline with pencil. Make a box. You have to make an outline with pencil, and you have to write the notice within the particular outline. So first you draw that. Second step will be, in the center of the page, you have to start writing the heading. So the heading, what will come on the heading? Under heading, the name of the school or the issuing authority or organization. So in our case, it will be the name of the school. So in the middle, in the center, you have to write down CCS, or depending on the name of the school, in the question. Then after the heading is over, come down on the left side. On the left side, you have to write down the date. Now the date will be the day or the date on which the notice has been written. Okay, when it is issued. So you have to write down the date, and remember, don't write it in short form. Okay, the name of the month, you will not write it in short form. So if it's October, you will not write OCT. You have to write the name of the entire month, OCTOBER, like that, October, November, December, whichever it is, you have to write on the full form. After, it has to be written on the left side. After the date is over, you come down to the subject. Next will be the subject. Now subject will be written, okay, just under the date, you have to write down the subject. Now the subject, you have to make sure that it is not very long. Just keep it short and precise. The reason for which you have written the notice, try to write in the subject in a very short, maybe 3 or more words, or maybe a sentence will do. Okay, you have to keep it short and precise so that the readers will understand the main body, for what reason this notice has been issued. Just by reading the subject, they will understand, they will get a clear picture in the subject itself. Alright, so it has to be done on the left side. After the subject, you have to write down the body. Under the body here, you don't have to write very long explanation regarding the reason for which you have written the notice. Under the body, you can just stick to the basics, as in the details, okay, as in why the notice has been issued, for what reason. Is there a competition? Is there a submission for any related competition to be done at the earliest, like that? The details are very, very important in a notice writing. So under the body, you have to write the details, as in the venue. Where is it going to be held? Okay, or where is it going to be organized? Okay, so the venue is very important. The timing is very important, and then the date. Okay, on which the function or anything is going to be conducted. So those kind of details are very, very important. Okay, and then try not to use first person here. Instead of mentioning I want you to come or like that, try to keep it in a very general tone. Okay, general passive tone. For example, Cambridge School is holding an inter-school, or CCS School is holding an inter-school history project. After 2 weeks, full stop, the winning team will go to Delhi to participate in the national level, full stop. Interested students should give their names to the undersigned, or to the class teacher, or to the monitor, like that. And try to keep it in a very general tone. Instead of mentioning I want you to come, I want you to go there, things like that. Okay, try to keep it very general, okay, formal. Alright, after the body is, and then remember, in the body, you don't have to write each and every detail, okay? Try to stick to what is required, okay? And then after the body is written, you have to write a conclusion, which will be on the left side. Body will be in the main center of the page, center of the outline, center of the box. Now after that, you will have to write the conclusion on the left hand side, okay? On the left hand, same as the date and subject, you have to write a conclusion on the left side. Now under conclusion, what are the things which you have to write? Under conclusion, on the left hand side, you will have to write the name, okay? Name and designation is very, very important in notice writing. So you have to come up with a name. In case if a predetermined name is already given in the question, you will have to follow that. If no name has been mentioned, you have to come up with your own. You can write your own name, or you can just write a predetermined name, or you can always come up with a name. And then designation is very important. What is your job, okay? What is your position, okay? When issuing out the notice, are you the principal? Are you the headmaster? Are you a student leader, or are you just a student, or are you the class monitor? Like that, the designation, okay? You have to mention that as well. And then after that, okay, after that you can just close the outline, and then you are done with the notice. But one thing you have to keep in mind is notice writing, the word limit usually is 50 to 60 words. So in the main body, you don't have to write extra detail. Just stick to the important detail, as in when, where, and then for what reason, okay? So venue, time, and then the date, right? And another important thing is that the date which is mentioned at the beginning, okay, at the beginning in the second point, and then the date which you mention in the body will be different, okay? Why? Because the second date, okay, right after you write the heading, the date which you mention is for the date when it is being issued, and then the date which you mention in the body will be the date on when the program is going to be held, or if there is a particular competition or anything, when it is going to be held. So the date will always differ. All right, so that's about it. Check the spellings, okay? Thank you.